The episode aired today, Friday, July 18th, took the audience from one surprise to another. When the betrayal was exposed, when the lies could no longer be hidden, everything exploded in one moment. In the tense atmosphere that enveloped the Dupree family's ancient mansion, Anita could no longer hold back, and when all the family members had just sat down to dinner, she suddenly stood up. Her face pale with anger, her voice sharp as a knife cutting through the space. Without a moment's hesitation, Anita directly scolded her daughter in front of the whole family, exposing every mistake she had made, every stain she had hidden behind the shell of fake obedience and perfection. Every word Anita uttered was like a knife stabbing into the girl's self-esteem, making the surrounding atmosphere suffocating and heavy. She uncovered all the secrets, without any mercy, accusing her son of secretly colluding with the family's enemies, taking advantage of the trust of relatives to cover up a despicable and selfish plot. The accusations not only stunned the person being criticized, but also left the witnesses speechless, unable to believe that in this very house, a member could betray his own blood so blatantly. When Anita's anger reached its peak, Samantha, who was being looked at by the whole family with cold eyes, helplessly knelt before her father in an act of despair. No longer caring about the disdainful eyes of her relatives, she collapsed on the cold hard floor, her clothes crumpled, tears mixed with makeup on her face, like a tragic image of someone who had lost everything. She begged her father, whom she believed still had some love for his lost daughter, to reach out and save her from the abyss of collapse. Those tears were not only an expression of repentance but also the clearest sign of fear of the uncertain future that awaited. Samantha knew clearly that if her father turned his back, no one in the family would be able to save her, and everything, from reputation, status to the existence of the family, would disappear in the blink of an eye. But before the tears could soften anyone's heart, another explosion rang out, this time not a scream of anger, but a cold and resolute declaration from Elon, who had always played the role of an observer in the family's arguments, suddenly stood up and faced Jacob, the powerful brother and pillar of the family. Elon, with an unflinching gaze, declared that he would take control of the entire ongoing investigation, an unprecedented move in the family. In that moment, everyone fell silent. Elon's every word seemed to directly challenge Jacob's absolute power, and it was like throwing a match into a pile of gunpowder that was about to explode. The confrontation between the two most powerful men in the Dupree family was not just a fight for the executive role, but also a life-and-death battle to determine who truly held the fate of the entire family in his hands. This incident was not simply an internal dispute, but a turning point that could bring down the entire Dupree family. Elon knew it, but he was prepared to face all the consequences, because he believed that the truth that had been hidden for too long was slowly rotting the family from the inside. And if he did not act, everything would be swept away into a quagmire with no way out. Jacob, who had always been in control of everything, showed his shock and anger for the first time when faced with the resistance from his own blood relatives. The surrounding eyes began to waver, as some members began to realize that Jacob's absolute power was no longer inviolable. The secret war between the two forces in the family officially broke out, leading to a series of secrets being revealed, and challenging the loyalty of each member to the utmost. While all eyes were on Elon and Jacob, who were fighting relentlessly, an unusual noise rang out from the door behind the hall, making the already suffocating atmosphere even more eerie. A stranger, his face obscured by shadows, slowly entered with a thick envelope in his hand. No one recognized him, but when he threw the envelope straight onto the walnut dining table in the middle of the house, every member of the family froze. Inside were candid photos, copies of confidential financial records, and a recording that left Anita stunned, a conversation between herself and the man she had always said she hated, Vernon. The truth broke in that moment. The Dupree family's most authoritative and moral mother had once secretly conspired with the family's sworn enemy. Samantha stood up abruptly, looking at her mother with a look of disbelief and horror. Elon also paused, the triumphant look in his eyes fading as he understood that everything he was trying to do might just be the tip of a giant iceberg with Anita at the center. Jacob, still maintaining his usual cold demeanor, just nodded slightly, as if he had known it all along, and that was why he had been secretly setting a trap for Elon all this time. Things that no one had dared to think of were gradually revealed. If Anita had colluded with Vernon, then who was behind Madison's death? Was Samantha really the biological daughter of the man she always called father? All beliefs, all sacred blood relationships were on the brink of the abyss. And this was only the beginning. The darkest secrets of the Dupree family have not yet been fully revealed. The war for power has only just begun. But now, it is no longer just a battle of wits between Elon and Jacob, it is a tornado that will sweep away everything the Dupree family has built over generations. Prepare yourself for more shocks, because the next chapter is darker, more chaotic, and more treacherous than you could ever imagine. Don't miss a thing. And be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the shocking secrets that are about to be revealed in Beyond the Gates.